Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Molly G, back at y'all in another episode of Running With You. And today we got to run about this video I came across. Decided I'm going to go ahead on and react to it. We're going to react to it together. It's going to be my first time seeing it. I only seen like the first 10 seconds, and I said, oh, yeah, I go ahead on and react to this. But it's basically the trend of the quote unquote, why as a man. On social media, we see all these things. Why as a man this? Why as a man that? Why as a man you are doing this when you should be doing that? It's never why as a woman. It's never why as a woman you're carrying yourself masculine. Why as a woman you are begging men on a first date for any type of financial gain. Why as a it's never why as a woman. It's always why as a man you're not building a house and going to war like the old man used to and all. It's always this type of rhetoric and this type of narrative that's being pushed online, and I think it's became a trend, and a lot of women are just using it, and they using it in extreme manners. But let's go ahead on and see what this woman got to say, and we'll react to it together without further ado.
Why as a man is and will always be, why as a man is it 10 a.m. in the morning and you still laying in the bed? Get up, get outside, and go put together some patio furniture. Cut the grass, build a house, wash the car. What are you doing?
Well, damn, he can't sleep in at no time. He always got to be doing shit that y'all claim makes him a man.
Now, if you're sick or you work overnight, that's okay. You get a pass. But other than that, if it's a random, Tuesday morning, as a man, why are you laying down in the bed at 10 o'clock in the morning, snuggled up?
So let me guess. It's okay for a woman to be laid in the bed all day, talk about she going through stuff and all of that. But it's not okay for no man to ever do that. Now I get that a man should not be doing that shit every day unless he, working overnight or he has some shit or whatever. But god damn, y'all don't give them no break. Y'all don't ever want them to rest. Y'all always want them building houses. But god damn it, how many houses do he got to build?
Why, as a woman, should I be coming home from work and there's no food on the table? Why, as a woman, should I be coming home from work and the house not tidied up? Why, as a woman, am I coming home and my dirty clothes isn't washed and folded? Why, as a woman, these bed sheets ain't been changed? Why, as a woman, like we could go on and on for this. We could go on and on. A woman gonna have their reasons why, a man gonna have their reasons why. Now at the end of the day, do I think that it's more men that is less physically masculine, less hands-on handymen back to compared to back in the day how the other men was? Yes. But at the end of the day, the time's gonna change, just like the women have changed. Because woman ain't trying to be in the kitchen no more. Woman ain't trying to be nurturing and feminine no more. So we gotta call it how we see it both ways. You know.
Get the fuck up. Flip side to that is, as a woman, if we want to lay in the bed and bed rot all day long with a plethora of snacks laid across the bed, we can do that.
That's a no
We
go.
can literally do that.
Eating in the room
And
is a
why
no
can
go.
you do that? Why you ain't had that man no goddamn breakfast early that morning? Why you ain't
Exactly.
had your ass out the bed cleaning and cooking all
Exactly.
day? Oh, don't tell me you cooked and cleaned yesterday because it's not okay for him to have put patio furniture yesterday together, but he got to go find some shit to do. So why don't you get your ass up out the bed and go find some shit to do? Y'all be tripping. Y'all always want a man to go do this and do that. Did y'all daddies build houses? Did y'all daddies do all of this shit?
Hmm.
Probably not.
This woman right here is spitting nothing but truth. This woman right here is coming from a place of logic, and the other woman is coming from a place of fantasy island. Um, I think when a woman set expectations on a man, especially if he's not living up to him, then you just chose the wrong man. If you want you a manly man who's gonna be out there building building the fence, building uh patios, uh moving materials from the barn to the shed, all like if you want a man like that, it's country boys out here who's like that, you know, and it's gonna come at a cost. These country boys gonna want a big 5 course meal. You think the dude who you messing with, who you just making rotel for, you think the dude who you messing with, who you just making tilapia for, you think that that's something when you get with these men like out here like that, they want 5 course meals. You know, they want the house to be clean. You know, like it ain't no two-way street with them. You know, well, it's not a one-way street with them. It got to work both ways. Something got to give. Women got to be more feminine, nurturing, and catering to a man. And a man, when duty calls for, you know, problem solving, fixing, repairing, building, protecting, providing, provision, duty gonna call. You know. Now I understand it's a lot of men out here, they don't even know how to change a smoke detector. They don't know how to, change a tire, you know. But you just gotta make sure you pick the right one. You gotta make sure you pick the right one. And one thing about women, they're horrible partner choosers. Been like that since the beginning of the time. That's why we had these arranged marriages. That's why the father, the uncle or whatnot had to, approve. There was a reason why the guy had to ask permission for the daughter hand in marriage. You know, but I think that we just in a different time now. We in this digital era. Men, we don't have as much testosterone as we used to have. A lot of women, they're getting uh more jobs in the workforce, which is making them quote unquote being in survival mode, which is that turns to having more masculinity. And I just think all this is destroying off the dating market. But I want to know, do y'all agree with her in the comment section? Have y'all experienced a woman like this, or have y'all experienced a man like this on the other side? If it's any ladies, in the comment section. Let me know if y'all like the video. Hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And until next time, I'm out.